It has been announced that Mega Evolutions are coming to Pokemon Go. Sometime in 2020, we will get those Mega Evolutions, finally, in the game. Now, people want to know just how good these Megas are going to be in raid content and in PvP. Well, I haven't done my raid content yet, but I have done Great League and Ultra League PvP already. So link above, link in the description if you want to check them out. Today, we're going to cover Master League PvP. How exactly will Mega Evolutions work in Pokemon Go? We don't know for sure just yet, but we do have a lot of information on how Pokemon Go has handled stuff like this in the past. So if you want to know my personal perception on how Megas will work in Pokemon Go, I got a detailed explanation up above and in the description if you want to check that out. Good TLDR here is I think that they're going to be like another stage evolution or something that we can toggle on or off outside of combat that functions off of the stat conversions that we already use for Pokemon Go. And with that out of the way, top 5 Mega Evolutions for Master League PvP. Let's get into it. So starting with number 5, we have Mega Gyarados. Now the main quality that stands out for Mega Gyarados is that it's a Dragon Breath user that isn't weak to Dragon Breath. Sounds kind of like Dialga, right? Well, actual normal Gyarados has this swag going on already in the Master League, but it is kind of bottom of the crew. It doesn't have a long list of impressive wins on it, and against other Dragon Breath users, because of its low stats, normal Gyarados often loses to them. Well, Mega Gyarados, with its improved defenses and higher attack stat because of the Mega stats, is just better than normal Gyarados, does that same job better, and beats all the other Dragon Breath users sans Dialga. Here we have the 2-shield situation against the Master League meta, and the only Pokemon that are really beating it are, Melmetal, it's got the superpower there, beats the other Dragon Breath users too at the Rock Slide, Togekiss, because Dragon Breath, it's Togekiss, what do you want, man? Counter users, unfortunately, that's sub-dark typing, but they're few and far between in the Master League. And then, of course, Dialga. And this Dialga loss really isn't all that big. If you go and check out the matchup specifically, you can see that Dialga is just pulling ahead with a baby bit, I believe 3 HP. 3 HP. Now, I already checked Best Buddy status. Doesn't really sway this matchup either way. Nobody's getting some weird breakpoint here. So, at the end of the day, all things being even, Dialga will beat the Mega Gyarados 2-shield situation by just 3 HP. Yeah. However, you will notice that the crunches are coming faster than the Iron Heads. Iron Head has 50 energy cost. Crunch has 45 energy cost. And the result of this is, in the 1-shield situation, so if you look at this little square here, any number that's above 500 is a winning matchup for Mega Gyarados here. And this is the 1-1 shield situation. Gyarados is winning that matchup. And it's all thanks to Crunch just being faster than the Iron Head there. Bam. Got it. Now, if you're wondering how Waterfall Mega Gyarados compares to Kyogre, Kyogre just has it beat in just about every single way. It's got a higher attack stat, higher defense stat, higher stamina stat. It's basically Mega Gyarados, but better. So the only things that Mega Gyarados really has over it is the sub-dark typing and Crunch having, a different type than Waterfall does, Surf compared to that. And because of that Crunch situation, it is able to subdue Kyogre in the 2-shield situation, which is pretty nice. But aside from that, Gyarados really isn't pulling any unique wins over Kyogre. So Waterfall is an option for Mega Gyarados. It could throw people off, but I feel like Dragon Breath is going to be where it's at for Mega Gyarados. Number 4 on the list here is Mega Gengar. And Mega Gengar made it here because of its revolutionary ability to defeat Togekiss in the 2-shield situation without being a Steel-type Pokemon. Yeah, until Mega Gengar came out, no meta-viable non-Steel-type Pokemon were really able to handle the Togekiss job super well. And Mega Gengar is just that. Ability to beat Togekiss, but not a Steel-type. And of course, Mega Gengar does pick up some gnarly wins against those same Steel-type Pokemon, so rock on, Mega Gengar. Overall, I feel like you can think of Mega Gengar as kind of like a Giratina in a way that beats Togekiss. It beats Togekiss, but it does lose to some ground-type Pokemon, and it does lose to Kyogre because it doesn't have the Dragon-type resistances, and it does have the Poison-type weakness. And then, of course, just like the Giratinas, it doesn't fare too well against Dragon Breath users. The Dragon Breath can whale it down pretty quickly. As far as Master League Pokemon are concerned, Gengar doesn't have a whole lot of bulk going on. That all said, Mega Gengar is an alternative route to victory against Togekiss, which is pretty insane in its own right, and there are some other Pokemon in this top 5 list. No spoilers in this one, like I did in the Great League Ultra League one, full of spoilers. No spoilers, this guy beats them too, so yeah, go Mega Gengar. Then we get to number 3 on this top 5 list. Who could it be but Mega Mewtwo Y. Mega Mewtwo Y using Psystrike and Shadow Ball. So Mega Mewtwo Y is pretty insane. I mean, it's got 5,687 CP. That's higher than any other CP I've seen for this game. So yeah, and then the stat product here, 10,000 stat product. I always thought Lugia was the stat product king as far as the Master League was concerned, or all of PvP for that matter. But it only has 8,000. Mega Mewtwo Y has 10,000. Madness. And then Psystrike Shadow Ball basically gives it perfect coverage, which is awesome. Sans, dark type Pokemon. And Psycho Cut gets you there even faster. So Mega Mewtwo Y is definitely the menace in the Master League for sure. If you want other cool things about Mega Mewtwo Y, it can defeat the Togekiss. In fact, in the 1-2 shield situation, so Mega Mewtwo Y using only 1 shield, Togekiss using 2 shields like Togekiss does, yeah, it still beats Togekiss. So, you want some alternative ways to beat Togekiss, like Mega Gengar? Well, Mega Mewtwo Y may be doing it a little bit better because it's got definitely a lot more wins under its belt than Mega Gengar does. That said, Mega Mewtwo Y has a loss to Mega Gengar. Mega Gengar beats it. And then on top of that, Dialga, the master of the Master League, despite all these Mega Pokemon reigning in, trying to steal the throne here, yeah, Dialga also beats Mega Mewtwo Y. So, right? And then on top of that, Mega Gyarados also beats Mega Mewtwo Y. So, you may be this top, extraordinary, I beat everything type Pokemon, but the old master, Dialga, beats you, and these 2 other new hot Mega Pokemon also beat you. So when you think about it, you can only have 1 Mega on your team, presumably. And even then, you only have 3 team slots for a Master League battle to fill, right? Do you want to use that for Mega Mewtwo Y? Beat a wide variety of things? Or do you want to go for one of the Megas that beats it and also does a variety of things? So that's the main thing overall that holds Mega Mewtwo Y back. So clearly, if Mega Mewtwo Y is number 3, then Mega Mewtwo X has to be number 2 or number 1. No, Mega Mewtwo X is just worse Mega Mewtwo Y. Comparing them side by side, Mega Mewtwo X just has less stats than Mega Mewtwo Y. I mean, less attack, less defense, same stamina. So overall, a worse Mega Y, right? And then it also has a sub-fighting typing. Fighting type doesn't really have any relevant resistances for the Master League. I mean, I guess you could be taking neutral from dark type attacks with that, but dark types really aren't all that hot in the Master League. So the fighting subtyping really isn't doing anything for you. In fact, it makes you lose even harder to Mega Mewtwo Y because the Psystrikes are now neutral instead of resisted. So yeah, Mega X, it's good. Definitely not bad. Very similar to Mega Mewtwo Y in many ways, just slightly worse. But because of the fact that Mega Y is the same thing but better, yeah, why would you ever consider Mega Mewtwo X? That's what I'm saying. But who knows how the Megas actually pan out? Maybe Mega Mewtwo X will have a different moveset that could make it cool in some way. For example, being a fighting type with counter, that could be pretty cool. Mega Mewtwo Y doesn't have that. And then maybe you could beat Dialga, unlike Mega Mewtwo Y. But yeah, no X, just Y. And now we come to number 2 on this top 5 list. Who could it be? Mega Mewtwo X? No. Mega Rayquaza? No. It is Mega Gardevoir. So first thing I want to throw out about Mega Gardevoir is if you pull up these Mega stats yourself on PvPoke, I'll show you how to access them at the end of the video if you can't already. Well, if you do like a custom rankings search, you won't see Mega Gardevoir anywhere. Like, it doesn't show up. And that's because the custom rankings use like the quote-unquote best moveset that the algorithm decided for them, right? Yeah, no. So Mega Gardevoir wants to use Charm. The computer says it wants to use like Confusion or Charge Beam, which is wrong because Mega Gardevoir wants to use Charm. And Mega Gardevoir is number 2. A Charm user, number 2. That can only mean one thing, right? And yeah, it's better than Togekiss. a charm user that is better than Togekiss. What does better than Togekiss means? It means that Mega Gardevoir can beat Dialga with only one shield. Due to Mega Gardevoir's higher than Togekiss attack stat, it can do more damage with its charm, and because it does more damage with charm, Dialga can't reach that second Iron Head, which means you can beat Dialga with only needing to spend one shield instead of two, which is pretty freaking massive. And then on top of that, you can get that shield right back because you have Shadow Ball. Very few things want to get hit with Shadow Ball. When it comes to Togekiss, yeah, plenty of things can soak that Flamethrower or soak that Ancient Power. They don't care about these little baby wiffle ball hits coming from the Togekiss. But Shadow Ball, coming off of such a high attack stat, yeah, that's something to be worried about. Now, veterans here may be aware that Shadow Gardevoir already kind of has this swag. I mean, if you check it out, in the one shield situation, the higher attack stat does allow it to defeat Dialga, and then you also have that scary Shadow Ball to deal with. The big thing holding normal Gardevoir back, however, is the fact that your defense stat plummets. It's just not good. And that means when it comes to the Togekiss Mirror matchup, the other Charmer, if you will, Togekiss will defeat you because its charm will take you down faster than you can take down it. When it comes to Mega Gardevoir, the playing field's completely even. Gardevoir, Mega versus Togekiss, they'll knock each other out, just straight charm. So, Mega Gardevoir, in a sense, isn't just an upgraded Togekiss, it's definitely an upgraded Gardevoir. And on top of that, Mega Gardevoir also doesn't lose to Mega Mewtwo-Y. It beats Mega Mewtwo-Y, unlike Togekiss. So you want a Togekiss upgrade, you want a Shadow Gardevoir upgrade, we got Mega Gardevoir. Now, as far as Mega Shadow Gardevoir goes, I don't know if Megas can be Shadows. We'll have to find out. I'm not pulling that thread just yet. We'll pull that thread on another day. But obviously that attack stat would probably be fire. Now, I know you guys are thinking, if this is number 2, what the heck is number 1? What mind-blowingly powerful, insane Pokemon actually made it to number 1 on this list? I mean, I had my money on Mega Mewtwo-Y, and it was number 3. And the number 2, Mega Gardevoir, just better Togekiss? What could possibly be the number 1? Ryan Swag, please stop milking this and just get on with it. You guys will never see this one coming either. Mega Lucario. This is Lucario, right? 2,703 CP. Lucario, Mega. 3,826 CP. With a stat product of 5,669. Man, that stat product is like half the stat product of Mega Mewtwo-Y. What makes Mega Lucario so good? Is it just stats and the fact that it's counter? No, it's actually bad. If you look at the 2-shield situation, it has only 13 wins and 16 losses, losing to the likes of Togekiss, Giratina, Mega Gengar, Mega Mewtwo-Y, Normal Mewtwo, Dragon Breath users, Kyogre, the list goes on. So, what makes Lucario good? Well, Mega Lucario here isn't good with counter. I mean, it's not bad. Counter users aren't bad. But it's even better with Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch, Mega Lucario. With Power-Up Punch, of course, and the Shadow Ball. Yeah, with Steel-type's resistances to Dragon Breath and Charm, combined with Mega Lucario's better defense stats, combined with the neutral, if not super effective damage of Bullet Punch, Mega Lucario is able to beat all Dragon Breath users, including, but not limited to, Dialga, and, of course, every Charm user, including, but not limited to, Mega Gardevoir. And with Bullet Punch, we take that paltry 13 wins, and we turn it into 20. And you can see here that not only does Mega Lucario beat Dragon Breath and Charm users and a bunch of neutral threats as well, but it can even subdue ground-type attackers and other steel-type attackers with that Power-Up Punch, Bullet Punch combo. So while we already do have an Omni counter in Melmetal for defeating Dragon Breath users and Charm users, I'd say Mega Lucario definitely ups the ante here, handling a wider variety of neutral threats, no thanks to the Shadow Ball access, of course, and having a more consistent Dialga matchup. You're not trying to land the superpower, you're just throwing the power-up punches and watching Dialga's HP bar go down. And then as far as the matchup against Melmetal goes, it can be pretty dicey. I mean, if Melmetal is able to land the superpower, it's going to be lights out for Mega Lucario. But for any superpower it doesn't throw, like any Rock Slide baits that it attempts to get in, Mega Lucario has a doubled resistance to Rock-type attacks. those rock slides aren't going to flinch the Mega Lucario. And Mega Lucario just has to keep on using Power Up Punch until Melmetal stops moving. So you tell me which one's the better one. Now, of course, if the meta does start to gravitate a little bit around the Mega Lucario, you definitely can go for a counter as well. I mean, at the end of the day, you can only have 3 Pokemon on your team. So if you're not expecting there to be a Dragon Breath user or a Charm user, or you're not concerned about them coming onto the field there, but you are concerned about opposing Mega Lucarios, well, counter will allow you to just subdue other Mega Lucarios. And on top of that, if you were to have your Mega Lucario in a shield advantage situation, if you're able to finesse that more often than not, then going with the close combat over the Power Up Punch could be better, just because it's got that heavy nuke slam damage, taking stuff out before they can even think. And with that said, I'd have to say Mega Lucario definitely has a lot more variety than the other Mega Evolutions I've talked about in this video today. So Mega Lucario, man, multi-threat, coming at you at all different angles, and beating Charm users, and beating Dragon Breath users, and beating Steel-type Pokemon. Nutty. And that's it. Top 5 Mega Evolutions for Master League PvP. Should Mega Evolutions work out this way and keep the same movesets, etc., when they're finally released in Pokemon Go? Now, if you are curious about all the other Mega Evolutions that could be awesome in Master League PvP, yeah, you can check that out by going to the settings here. So to the settings on PvPoke, and scrolling down to the Game Master version, and go from default to Mega Evolutions, save your settings, and then you're able to do the Mega simulations. If you got any questions on this content, comment below, let me know what's up, and I'll be happy to help you out. And if you enjoyed this content, you want to see more like it, maybe you want to know who the best raid attackers are when Megas come out, should Megas work out this way, well, make sure to subscribe to SwagTips. Got that video coming out sooner than later. SwagTips. I'd also like to give a special shout out to these patron supporters. If you want to support Swagman on Patreon, link in the description. My throat's like dry now. Why? Why is this happening now? Oh god. So that's the top 5 list for Mega Pokemon. To recap, we have number 5, Mega Gyarados. Yeah,